Yeah, so what we'll understand in this, like what is file handling in the Python, and second thing is we'll focus on to write like one small case study. Let's say we open the file and we want to enter the data in between the files. So it's not like just appending the data. We'll see how we can achieve in the Python. So some and as you know, like in Python, that even everything is object, and you will see even the file is object here. Okay, so let me start with the first agenda. So how do you open the file, or how do you create a files? That is what we'll see first. So if you want to create a file, you just need to say f open, and you can just give the file name, whatever the file you want to create now. So let's say you want to create a file, maybe the some profile. Okay, uh, profile, I'm just saying here I have actually multiple files of the profile. So I will do something like a profile 4.txt. So if you want to create, you have to give the permission like w, and if you want to give the two permissions like a read and write, you can also put the w plus here. So this way it will allow you to open the file. So what is f now? F is a descriptor, is an object, and this f object is a file object right now, because as I say, like everything is object. Now here we can see that it is shows that it has opened the file profile 4.txt, and the mode is mentioned is a w plus. It means we are given write plus read mode while opening the file itself. So we have a varieties of the mode in the file handling. We know what we should do in the file handling. It is the same in all programming language. What are the thing we do? We open the files for read only, or we open the file for the writing purpose, right? So there are two things which we do it, or we may open the file for the appending. So there are the three modes generally we use while operating on the file, and then there is a combination, that is read write combinations or read write and append combinations. So that is possible based on the kind of permissions we are setting here, right? So now after opening the file, the next thing is to write the content into the file. So let's say you want to write some content. I'm just looking for some content. I'm just thinking to open the file now and write the content, just taking some data here, maybe the I'll just say some data. So profile content, I want to write it. So it could be any data files. So here I'm just taking what, just copying some data into the file here. So what I'll do here, I'll just have a data is equal to triple quote string, and whatever is the data I want to write it, just return the triple quote string here, and this data I want to add in the profile 4.txt now. So how to do that? I simply require to now f dot write, and whatever is the data right now is returned. Okay, like we have data here, so I'm just putting the data here, and after that you should close the file. So here what will think we do it? We open the file for writing purpose, right? Then this is the text which we are writing into the file. I just copy the text from somewhere. I just thought like whatever is the text we should just write it here, okay? And then I'm just closing this file now. So is that file is created now? So you should be able to see the profile4.txt is created now. I hope you guys are getting this. It's a very simple thing we are done. There is nothing so complex, and in all programming language we do that. Whether it is a C, C++, Java, any programming language, you will see file handling is there. So this is all the basic concept. Now you can look at the status of the file. It is saying that file is closed. Whenever we open the file, we should make sure that you should close it, and it's very important. I have seen like many of the programmer, they just open the any socket and even the file, and they forget to close, so that can create a lot of problems. It unnecessarily it gives a load on memory also. And second thing is the file descriptor is open, so there's a chances that your file may get corrupted by some other program. So we should not do this kind of activity. So every time we should make sure that when you open the file you should close it, okay? Now this other way to handle this file, one by using the f equal to open and then profile.txt and whatever we did it now. The other thing is like if you do not want to uh, close the file manually, then other way is you can just say with statement, and now we can just open this file profile.txt. This is profile4.txt. So by default it is open in a, if even you do not provide here permission in this particular scenario, the default permissions or default mode I will say is a R, means read only mode. And now I can read the content by using the print f dot. One of the basic functions for the file to read the content is f dot read. Here we can decide how many bytes to read, so that is the optional parameter for us. So just try to read the content and you will see the file is open for reading now, right? So we just did a very simple thing. And now one more thing you should test. By default, as we have done this open statement in the along with the with, if you print f status outside the with block, you will see that file is closed. You can see that. So best option while opening the file is use a with statement, so that you are not forgetting to close the file also, and you are actually reducing the lines of code here by just, we don't record right now f dot close here. So these are the best option available now. So we did a very simple thing here. We just created the one file, that is a profile4.txt. Then we means that after creating in the w plus mode, we have just written the content by using the f dot write of whatever the data was there. It is just string here, so any string you can add it now. And after that we simply open the file for reading purpose. And now we have seen that with the help of this statement, if you open the file get closed automatically. So this is one of the benefit of this statement here. Now we have a lot of operations here. Look at the f. If you see the f, there are a lot of other parameters. You just put a dir of f here, let's say, because file is also object here, and if you just type so dir of f, there are a lot of attribute associated with the file object. So we have a attribute like a, you can see like a read line, read lines, write lines, and so thing. Now let us use some of the attribute here. We'll do some operations on this, like we are done using the with statement right now. Now in case I would like to show the even traditional read statement here, so that I can tell you about a seek. I want to open the file once again. Now this time what I will do, I will actually open this with a, the way we generally open. Let's say f is equal to open, and now if you see that it will be doing the same job. Okay, now let us see that if the file is not opening and reading the content, why it is not reading the content. You can actually find out f dot tail. I will just see that. Oh, f is closed till now, sorry, f1. Okay, I'm just using f1 here, and now print f1 dot read. You can just check the tail here. Okay, I think it is modified. Profile 4.txt. Is it empty created now? Yeah, we should check the content once again. There is nothing available. I think it is overwritten now somewhere. Nothing is there. So it means that file is overwritten, because I have opened this file here, somewhere here in the W plus mode once again, and that's the reason the contents were overwritten. So you should be writing once again. So this statement should be written once again. Okay, let me do that. So this is what we face the problem in case if we have opened the file for writing, uh, it will overwrite the content. So I have closed this file now, and now I am actually performing the same operation. The file is already open for write only mode now. Should be able to write the data, and after that we shall check the file is open for write only mode. Then I'm closing this. So this way my file has a content now. Now you should be able to see this content. Now again I'm trying to open this file and just trying to read. I should be able to see the content. See, this is very important to see the status of the file to understand what actually happening in the backend. Now, if I read once again, I should see the content because I have closed the file, right? Now, if I do one more times print f1.read, what will happen? Will it print this content once again? Let us see. You can see it is open on, it is just printed only once. Why it is printed only once? Just check the f1.tail after reading the content. So this will give the pointer position here. It is saying that it is 2826. So it is at the end of the file. So if you want to read the content once again, you need to change the pointer position here. So how to do that? By just putting the f1 dot seek. There are two parameters in the seek. One is the offset and another is the vanes. So offset in this case you can say like from which position, exactly from which position you want to read. So 0 means for the beginning, from the beginning, then 1 is there for current cursor position and the 2 is there. So this is the second parameter 0, 1, 2. They are the three values for the second parameter. For the first parameter you can decide from where you want to read it according to the second parameter. If the file is at the end, then you want to read the last 10 character, you can just say -10 here, and this way it will change the cursor position. You can look at it. I have just written the read the 10 character here. If you want to go back again, you can say -100. So -100 characters are read here now. And if you say current cursor position, it is a 1. Okay. Okay. Some participant has a question. I will just check it here. So Aparajita is getting the value error trace back most recent call f.write. Yeah, if the file is closed, you will not able to write the content into it. Yeah, I'll tell you they are the, yeah, you have to open the file if you want to read the content. See, unless and until you open the file for reading purpose, you will not able to read the content of the files. Yeah, I will talk some of the participant here if the problem is not getting solved. Yes, Aparajita.
Yes, Surendra, it worked now. I opened the file again
Right.
and now it worked. At
Okay.
first, I closed it
Yeah.
and then I tried. It was not working.
Yes.
So I
That is the
did the
way.
first step.
That is the way. See, if you close the file means it should not read it.
Mm-hmm.
Right. That is the
Okay.
way it is. That's the way the file handling work. Okay.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So Arun Kumar is not able to see the output of the f.read. Arun Kumar, I will talk to Arun Kumar. Yes, Arun. Tell me what happened.
Actually, I have did the same thing which I just pinged you on the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Not
You see it. What you have done. You just did the f.read.
nothing. Error is nothing, but
Yeah. So
tell is giving me 18.
yes. See, Arun. Once the file is read, after that the cursor position reached at the end of the file. Let me tell you
Mm-hmm.
what are the things you have done, Arun. Did you open the file for write only first and return the content into it?
I have opened the file with write plus mode, so which is read and write.
Yes, that's okay. So that's what W plus your mode. You see, let me tell you the step.
Yeah, then I have set
This
up the
is your done,
data.
right?
Yes.
After that, you must have written some data in the triple quote string,
Yeah.
right?
And f dot write of data.
Right. This is done.
Then
Then you
yeah.
close the file.
Oh, okay.
Did
I
you
should
close?
close the file before I read it.
Yeah, whatever you do it, like you do write or read, any one operation you perform, you should close it. That is very important.
Okay.
Okay. After that, you should open the file for reading purpose. So I have shown the
Oh,
two way of reading the file. So
okay.
by default, if you even you don't say R permission means read permission, is a default permission is read only.
I'm just trying out.
Yes, yes, it will work. No issue actually in that. So now if you are trying the with statement, it will close the file once again.
Okay, I got it now. Okay.
Got it
Thank
now?
you.
Okay, fine. Now
Yeah.
what we did after that, we again open the file and read only once. And after that, we just try to check the cursor position. So what happened in this case, cursor position means it is a end of the file. After reading the file, what happened? Cursor position reach at the end of the file. So to change the cursor position, I may directly put a f1 dot seek of 0. So if I do f1 dot seek of 0, it will reach to the beginning of the file by default. Default cursor position, if you want to make it 0, so this way again I can read the content. So see what happened now. I have read the content once, again I am reading the content. Why I am able to do all these things? Because here I have changed the cursor position. That is what the f1.seek is doing. So seek has a two parameter. I'll show that what are these two parameter also. I'll just put it outside actually rather than here. You should see there are two parameters. First parameter is called offset and second parameter is called the vanes. So what is this offset? Offset is like what actual position you want to say as some positive or negative value. This positive or negative value depends on the vanes actually. So from where you are reading now. Vanes is actually like vanes is having the three things 0, 1 and 2. When you say 0 means it's the beginning of the file. You are going to read the content from the beginning of the file. When you say vanes as a 1, then it means it is a current cursor position. So wherever it is, maybe in the beginning, maybe in the middle, maybe at the end, wherever it is a current cursor position. From there you want to read it. Then third parameter for the third value for the vanes is a 2. 2 means here that it is the file cursor position will be at the end by default now. So here you are going to read the content from the end of the file now. So from there if you want to read the content, you have to change the offset position to -1, minus some value. So that last line, if you want to read, like, for example, you want to read the last 100 character. So what you will do in that case, you will just put a vanes as a 2 and offset value will be -100. So that way last 100 character can be read here. So anything, if it is something like a 0, I am putting the vanes as a 0, then I can say positive integer value. This positive integer value means that many bytes. So I say 0, 100 comma 0 means I'm going to read the 100 bytes, okay, from the cursor position 0. So that is from the beginning here. So these are all parameters for the seek here. So this is what we tried here. We have reset the cursor position by using the f1.seek. You can also see the changes in the cursor position by f1 dot tail. So I will just print it here, cursor position for reading. So just to check what is happening, after changing cursor position, and after again reading the cursor position. So let us see the what happened here now. How cursor position changed. So in the beginning it will be at the end of the file. If you just say f1 dot tail, then we change it to f1 dot tail by 0 cursor position, and then we are actually again asking the cursor position after reading the content. So let us see the output. So you will see the cursor position. See, this is the cursor position after reading the content. Then we change the cursor position to 0. Then we again read the content, and again we change the cursor position to at the end. So this is what happening here after reading the content. So here I can see the cursor position by using the tail methods or f1 dot tail here. And the seek, as I say, you can decide that from where you want to read. There is one small assignment actually based on this what we learned. This assignment, like, let's take a scenario. I have this file now. I have this content like profile 4.txt is already there, so I should be closing first now. I should be closing this file by f1.close. I'll be closing this file now. Now my assignment is like this. So this profile 4.txt, I'll just put only once now. We just to understand the concept only we added this. So this is a file. Let's say we want to do we want to convert this file into dictionary, and it should be like this. Like I should first thing is I should have the indexing to this file. Okay, so the other operation I want you should be performing on the file. I'll just write this operation. So the first operation I want for this case study, convert, this is assignment actually, convert file into okay, what I, instead of giving the directly answer, I will just say here index each line of a file. That is the first step I want. Second, insert new line at index position at index line at line number of other insert the new line after fifth line. Okay, insert new line after fifth line of the file. Insert new line at fifth line of the file also is fine, instead of saying after, at fifth line of the file. Then Yeah, so you should be able to the next thing is convert. Oh, this is outside. Convert file into dictionary. Okay, why dictionary? This and update line fifth line fifth line of the file. You can update any line. I'm just giving this. Okay, maybe I will show something else. Maybe the 10th line of the files. Update the 10th line of the file. So the other operation which you should able to perform. I want some participant to answer this. Okay. So I hope you got the case study. The case study, or I can say assignment here, not case study. Case study, I will show it. I can give the answer, but then I want you to try and you have to give the answer here. That the first is how to give index for each line of the file. Right now we don't have any index. This is a file, don't have any index. So I want each line indexing should be done. Then second thing is you should be able to insert the new line at new line at fifth position. Insert the new line at fifth position, or you can say the fifth line position, whatever you want to say. And the third thing is convert file into dictionary. The fourth thing is you should be able to update 10th line of the file. Okay, so these four operation you want to perform to understand the file ending here. So what all thing you will do? Some of the guys can view the can you do this and tell me like how to do this? Anybody has an idea? Enumerate. Okay, so Pushpur has given the answer. That's correct answer for the first one. It is enumerate. Yes, correct, Pushparaj. But can you perform the enumerate operation on a string? What will do for that? So yeah, Pushparaj, you're trying well. Just want to understand like, can you perform the enumerate operation on the string? I will just try. Yes, Pushparaj. Hello.
Hello.
Are you there, Pushparaj?
Hello.
Your answer is correct in Pushparaj. But then something is like the file is having the data which is a string right now. Uh,
Right.
so can you perform the enumerate operation on the string?
That I need to try, but uh, another way would be
Mm-hmm.
converted. I mean, the way we did earlier, right? I mean, we converted in a dictionary, then we enumerated this, then we added it. We can convert it that two things into the list again.
Mm-hmm.
Those stuff. I mean, I
Yes.
need to try. I
Yeah.
my
So I'm just giving some time. I'm just
yeah.
giving some time. I want the answers for like what are, because we are this is based on what we learn. Okay,
Right. Right.
so that's the reason I'm just giving some time.
Okay.
So now it is a time to test the skills what we learn in data structure. I'll just add this. And some questions will be asked in between. I just sent the assignment uh, and expecting some answer, some query because they are the one line queries only. So what is the first step? I'll give a hint here now. I hope you're trying, but then still like the first step should be what are the file we have right now. I have closed this file, right? It should be converted into the list of line, right? So can you give the answer now? I have given the hint right now. The file which is there, profile4.txt, I want you to convert this file into list of line. Yeah, someone can quickly answer here how to do that. Always look at the file index for that. What is F actually? Yes, exactly. Why you have mentioned here read lines of 1 here? Arun Kumar, you are trying best, but then why you say read lines of 1? Inside the bracket, why 1 you have mentioned? Pradeep has said split lines after reading. Good. You are trying in different way. Okay. Arun Kumar, you are correct, but then I'm not getting why you put 1 here. Oh, you're saying the without parameter in it is throwing the error. Oh, no, there is something wrong then. Okay, so let us do this first step. I will just show that. The first thing is open the file, then print f1 dot. You say read lines is getting any error? I don't think any error. I have not seen any error here. Arun, can you see there is no error now? You should be closing the file and then after that, because read lines of 1 I didn't get what is 1. You should check the help always by using read lines. It is in the bracket, it is just a size, and this is optional. This return the list of string. So now you can see the output is what? Is a list of line. The first line is empty here. That's reason is a slash n. And you can also see how many lines also. So I will store this as a data. I'll just say like lines here. Lines. And you look at the type of lines now. It is a list now, right? Printing. Now once we got list, what is the next step? I think someone has already done that. Enumerate, right? So can we enumerate this? So let us do that. Just try to enumerate this. Yeah, you don't, Pradeep, you tried well. That is a split line and all this thing. After reading, it is not required because we are able to do by using the read line itself. So read line itself is giving the both the operation we can perform in a single line only. You are trying great. That is also correct. That is not a wrong syntax. What you have done. The only thing is I would like to say here that is not required to use a read as well as split line. So you can try directly read lines itself. And enumerate is correct. You did whatever you did is like for, yes, correct. For enumerate you can just say I comma v, or just like a index and the data whatever you want to say I comma j, because some v is not any kind of a it's just a variable name as we know that. Enumerate whatever is the lines right now, which is a list of line. Print index and v, right? See the output now. You can see this, even empty lines are displayed here. You can see index is given. So I have one more question here. Can we remove all these empty line also? Is it possible? Yeah, can you remove these empty lines if there's any empty lines? There's a lines right now, we know that, and in the lines we have some lines are empty. So can we convert that? Can we remove that empty lines? Is it possible? Okay, by using the if condition. Okay, good. Index of length of line equal to 0. Okay, find index you want to say. Yeah, try this. I want this assignment to be done. I'll just help you out. Okay, I want you guys to try it along with me, and also you can try yourself so that you can explore it. You will know like which method to use when. Yeah, I'm looking for answer here. There are some other methods also. For every lines, I want to remove the first uh, strip method. If you remember the strip method, I'll just give the hint here. So if this is the data, can you remove the spaces first before we actually process? So I think we should process the data by removing the any extra lines. Good. Sandeep has given the answer here. For I comma v in enumerate lines, if length of v greater than 0, okay, then print iv. Maybe I have some length already available. Yeah, now this because I already have some length, so this is a more better in this case, because if some line is having only one or two characters, that also should be skipped here. This is more better because 0 is there by default actually. Some line is having the 0 as a white space, so even the space is also considered. So that's the reason this is more better now. And also, if anything is like extra, like you can have the strip v dot r strip, anything extra, this will remove the even the slash n from this line. You can see the whatever the slashes were there were removed now. For I comma v, every line we have a slash n added by default whenever we actually print it, right? uh, I hope you guys are doing all these things. The assignment which is shared, I am just helping you out to solve the assignment. So what is the next step now? Indexing is done. Then insert a new line at the fifth line position of the file. So we have lines right now. Now this result can be stored without strip if store, okay, I will just say. So can we add this into the dictionary? Can you convert? So what is the next thing I say? Insert. Okay. We have lines now. This is fine. Okay. This we can do using the one more way. So what we need to do here now? Just say DICT of
This was dictionary comprehension.
LOT, right? See now the
Yeah.
output. So what is output now?
Yeah.
Is a dictionary of this particular list, because list of tuple can be
Yeah.
converted to dictionary now. Got it?
Yeah. Yeah. Key is 1, 2, 3, 4 like that,
Yes,
and
yes.
value is
So
the
now
statement.
we got the keys also now. So by using the auto indexing, we actually given the index also by using enumerate. Then we have make this keys and value here. Now the third assignment point was, after converting
Convert.
file into dictionary, the next thing is update the 10th line of the file. So how to update
Yeah.
now? 10th line.
So the index number 10.
Okay,
Sorry,
one more
key
thing.
10.
Right now my enumerate is starting from the 0 by
0,
default.
yeah.
But I have removed this line. That's the reason it is not showing the 0th one. But if I want to start the index from 1, how to start?
So 1 is 0.
You can start comma 1 itself. So it will
Okay.
start, already it started from 1 in my case. But in case those who are seeing, because in my case the first line, the 0th line is a empty line.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is the way you can
Yes.
change the index.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. So now 10th line I want to update. What should I do? LO2 is a dictionary right
So
now.
there, since yeah, so since you are starting from 0, so we should access by giving
10th line
index is
also we
equal
can
to
say right
9.
now. 10th line is just say LOT of 10th. In my case, because there are some lines which are skipped now.
Okay.
So if I say 10th, it is showing me the 15 comma because it is there as per the data, I think. Okay, so we should not be worried about it. Say 10th line means this one according to the index. So some lines are
Okay.
skipped because we have not actually stored. Do not look at this line number. This
Okay.
line number is because we have skipped some line here in this particular example.
Okay.
If I have all the lines, then I could have seen the 10th only, as we have skipped by condition here. We just say if length of v greater than 1, then only you should be displaying those particular index. So some index are skip here. So if I want to update this, how to update this? You know LOT now. LOT is a dictionary, right?
Yeah. So we did assign. So last time when we read about dictionary, so we
So
accessed that index and then we assigned the
now
value.
you can just say whatever the new update you want to do it, right?
Yeah.
So this is
Yeah. Correct.
updated
Statement.
line
Something like that.
in dictionary. So now this should be there, the update will be there,
We should put
right? So
mm,
where the 15 was there, the update will be there, that particular position. Yeah, this is the updated line,
mm, yeah.
right? I not mention actually 15 or something like that. Maybe I could have mentioned here 10 comma, so that I can see the changes quickly, but that's the additional thing, whatever I'm writing it.
Yeah. So that is like the
Yeah,
text value that will update.
yeah, this is a text value only. This is updated line. Got it?
Yeah.
So this is the way we are trying to solve the assignment here. So we did what? We just trying to recollect what we learned in the previous session, and trying to do all those operation, and like that there could be a number of operation which we can perform, right? So this was a one small assignment for the file handling. So now this is not only simple file handling, it is a file handling plus some other operation on the file which you can perform based on the data structure. And again, after modifying, you can add into the file, right? There's a write line is also option available. If the line is there, we can, using the write line, we can add the content into the file also, right? If there is a dictionary, there's a one more assignment. Maybe I will just give this to you. You can do it at your end. So if there's a dictionary, can you convert the dictionary into again the file? Okay, can you convert dictionary into the files? Means like right now you can see there's a list of tuple is there. Okay, and instead of that it should be a file now. How to do that? You can think about it, and then again you can restore that content into the file. So this is right, a list of tuple is there right now. So can you convert list of tuple into the uh, list of line, and then list of line to the what you can say, the string itself? All this thing you can just write at your end, and check like what all operations are performed, what all operation, because there are some methods like a write line is also there. You can use that also. Okay, that's it. We cannot spend much more time on this. This was a small like assignment on the file handling, and now let us go for the uh, exception handling. Okay, so now let us see how to handle the exception. Before that, we should know what is exception in the Python, what are the exceptions are there, right? So let us take one simple example here. You're just trying x int raw underscore input, and you just say enter some data. Now you just enter here, let's say hello. Okay, I just put hello here. You can see there's a value error, right? So what is this value error? It is the exception. Why this exception has come? Because here the expectations were that you should be giving the input data as a integer only, right? So as we are given the string value, it is giving us value error, right? So how to handle such exception now? So this is like the same like another programming language. What we do another programming language, we just say try, right? We just say try catch, and sometimes we say uh, try catch, and then we have throw statement and finally statement. So in the Python, similar to that, we have try, except, and instead of and this is like except is like instead of catch we have except here, and instead of throw we have a raise statement here, and finally the same like the way it is in the Java and C++. So now this block we can add in the try here. right? So here, what is the exception? I can see value error. So I'll write it in an except block. This whatever the exception I'm able to see, value error. And just seeing the E here, print enter integer value only. This is what I'm writing the message if the exception occur. Okay, the spelling should be correct. Value error is a keyword. Okay, so enter integer value only. Else print data is, this is optional. Else block is optional. Print integer data whatever is we are taken input here. So something where you can see like there's an exception, chances are there, we are putting in the try block. Again, remember the indentation here. So we have indented the code here. You can see this, where the except block is written, where the else block is written. I hope you got enough practice on indentation now. Now let us give the input here. If I give something like hi, you can see it is just saying me the enter integer value only. And I want to know what exactly that exception is. I am just putting here E. What is this E, by the way? Yeah, what is this E here? Yeah, some of the guys, I want some response from you guys. What is E here? Anyone? So here E is not error. Is not error. Error object. Okay, you want to say that is also correct. Yes, you're on the right track. Right. So it is just the object. Right. It is you can say the value error. Whatever the value error is there, it's object. Right. You are correct, Pradeep. So yes, it is the whatever the object we created. Now value error object is created just by putting the comma E here. Right. That's correct. So here now you can print also. If I say hi, hello, whatever it is, you can see that enter integer value only, and after that that object value is in printed here, to just give the idea, right? So now in this case I want like okay, unless and until I give the correct value, it should keep on asking me to enter the correct value, right? Right now I don't have any chance to go back, so what should I do now? I should put this in a while block. While true, now what we should do, we should indent the code now. Is very important. So the entire code should be re-indented. Now what is missing here? If I just put the while true and I just say try x equal to int raw underscore input, enter some data. Yes, correct. So I should put the break statement here. This is very important, right? Good, Aprajit. Right. So now here this will break if I am giving the correct data, or you can say this is the correct data. Just to integer data means this is the correct data right now. So just do this. Now I'm giving the incorrect data first, and I can see it's showing that invalid liter for int. Now I'm giving the correct data, so I got the correct data here. So the break statement is very important here. Okay, so this is the way we handle the exception in the Python. So what we just written, while true, try x equal to int raw underscore input, enter some data and accept on all this thing. So this was one small demo to understand what is exception. And exception we already know is the same like in other programming language. You will not see the difference, much difference between the other exception handling and all. The only thing is we are just trying to understand the Python syntax here. The concepts are same here. Now, can we handle multiple exception? The answer is yes, you can handle multiple exception also. So you can write multiple except block also. In case you have some other exception, that also can be handled. I hope you guys are clear for the simple example. Now, we also like to know that what are the different exceptions are available in the Python. To get the list of exception which are built in, you can use the model called import exceptions. And in this, you just list exceptions here. Okay, and see what happened. It shows us a list of exceptions. There are built-in exceptions available in the Python, which include arithmetic error, assertion error, attribute error, and many of the exceptions we already saw it. We know like when the attribute error comes, if that attribute is not available, and in the yesterday session itself, we have faced this error actually, attribute error. So like that, there are many different types of errors are available. Like end of the file error comes. Sometimes we have a indentation error, sometimes value error, sometimes name error. So the way of handling these errors, you can see one of the thing is value error, name error, type error, key error. So these are the types of errors. If you want to understand the error itself is a big topic. There are some concept actually, like we should know what are the different types of errors are there in the programming language like Python as well as other programming language also. You must have heard about, maybe I can tell you like quickly because I am not actually taking too much theory here, but we should have concept part, those who are new to the exception handling topic. So generally what happen, we have a, I'll just write down the list of error here. Okay, yes, Sangram, it is possible. Yes. In case you do not know the name of the error, that's correct question, and I want to answer that also. Good question actually. And anyhow, it is there in our part of the this training. So what we should do that also is the same like in the way we handle in the Java or C++. It is possible to handle that exception. So the question, let me tell you actually what is the question the Sangram wanted to ask. In case you do not know the name of the error, okay, in your program, and you want to handle how to handle it. So yes, you know like there is a super block, super class is there. So you can write the super class name of that exception, that is the exception itself, this one. If you write this, you will be able to handle any type of exception here. I will write this and this can be handled then, whichever the built-in exceptions are there, it will be handled by the exception block, this one, and it will catch them. You can just try this now also. If you do not know the name of the exception also, still you can try it. It will work here. You can see this. Any type of exception will be handled now. So this is what we do in other programming language also, like Java and C++. Same way in the Python. I hope Sangram you got the answer. And it's a good question. Great. Yeah. So this is actually the same way in the Java and the C++, right? And now we wanted to understand. I was talking about Okay, the while loop, here I can handle, I can write a multiple except block, that is fine. And okay, this is fine to handle the exception and errors and all this thing. Yeah, I was talking about some concept part here. The different types of errors. Can you tell me what are the different types of errors are there? Can you list me the error? Yeah, someone. So generally we'll see there are syntax error. Then yes, someone can tell me errors related to syntax error. Then runtime error. This runtime error comes when actually there are logical error, right? Sometimes some errors like you're not given the values. Value is defined like, yeah, during the execution time exactly. So let's say the example also we should know, right? So some are syntax error, some are semantics error, right? So we should know how to handle this type of errors. Syntax errors can be solved easily, right? Syntax error can be solved easily because we can see it. So syntax error means something is missing, right? You are missing the, your comma is missing, divide by zero, runtime error. Exactly, good. All right. So this kind of error we should be able to handle here now. Yeah, so logical error also comes. So when this logical error comes now, good. So third is a logical error. These are difficult error to handle, right? Logical error are difficult to handle. Logical error means here something we say semantics error. Is that right? So these errors are difficult to handle. Logical error. You can handle at least runtime error, but difficult to handle the logical error, right? So these errors, examples. Okay. So when the syntax error comes, when the runtime error comes, the runtime error, syntax error is something like, you know, like how to like if you miss the even a colon, okay, if you miss the colon while adding the block. So there are some practices, best practice of writing the code. We should always remember in the Python to avoid such error. So some of the practices I'll say here: never use a keyword for storing the variable name. Let's say don't use a keyword as a variable. Let's say you are trying any keyword, let's say for is there, you are trying to for equal to hello. So this is what you are doing, a syntax error. Can you see this? This is called syntax error. So never, if I say for equal to single quote hello, in this case this is what we can see, syntax error here. So we should not do this kind of a error. As well as let's say you have some keyword like lambda, so never use variable name as a keyword. This is what way the syntax error is, right? Then you are trying to print the variable name which is not defined. Now where is not defined and you are trying to print it, right? So these are what, runtime error, let's say. So name error, right? So this error has come because this is not defined, right? So you should know this kind of error here. somewhere you will see the error like if a greater than b, and you are just trying to print a. Now here we are not defined, we have missed something here. Let me write this in this code 4 comma 5, and doing what, syntax error again, because here we miss colon. So we should remember these all rules of the Python, that when to do what, right? So this way, these are some small, these are the kind of error which we face, right? Somewhere like we should not use the keywords, or we are missing something like a single quote is given, but we are missing the single quote. The other something common error, right? And we can see this also. This, so good editor will tell you like what the syntax error. So syntax error can be solved easily, but logical error difficult to find out also, right? Okay, so this is to give us some quick idea, and this is a basic concept actually, not something very advanced. So I don't want to speak much about the syntax error, syntax error, or you can say the runtime error, all these things. Just to give the quick idea, exception handling is there to handle the exception, to to understand the different types of error, like end of the file error. So when this end of the file error comes, okay, so or these are some IO errors, input output file is not available, right? So these are the errors which we have, like during the file handling we get it. So based on the situation we have the error now. Yeah, import error also we get it, key error also we get it. There's a question like so we have import exception always in a Python program. No, by default is there actually, we don't require to import the statement. Let me understand the question from the Sangram. I'll just try to speak with Sangram here. Yes, Sangram.
Hello, yeah, am I audible?
Yeah, you are audible, Sangram.
Yeah, Surendra. So just my question is it like I have to mention this import exception always in a
No,
Python program?
did I mention anywhere
So
import
you
here?
mentioned, right, import Python somewhere.
No, no, where I mentioned import. Here I am just to see the error. To
Okay,
just
okay, 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 okay,
okay,
okay,
but in the code I have not mentioned anywhere import statement.
okay, okay, okay. So this except keyword will take care of that. Try and accept,
Yes,
right?
yes, yes. Yeah, they are built in. So the built-in exceptions are always available.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't require to import this actually. We don't require to import this. This I have done it only to understand the list of exception here, right? I
Yeah, yeah,
want
yeah.
to know which
Okay,
are the exceptions already available, so that if I get like zero division error, value error, and then how to handle, we are not imported here, we simply handle it by writing the exception here, and this is like a super class of exception. Now let me show you
right.
the hierarchical structure of exception here. After importing, you can look at the hierarchical structure also, and everything is object here,
Correct. Yeah.
right? You can look at the built-in object. This is a very important structure actually. So your top is an exception, above that base exception, and on top of that is a built-in object. And this is the way, the hierarchical way, like they are the superclass, right? For arithmetic error, superclass is standard error. For standard error, superclass is exception, and for this base exception, like that. And the top is a built-in object. And as we know, everything is operated in the Python. This is, and the details are mentioned here itself. When the particular exception occur, all this thing can be seen here.
Okay, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. My question is answered now. Thank you.
So So here we try to understand the basic concept of exception, and now the next thing is, okay, I'll just remove this too much of just I want you guys to scroll this at your end to check what the exception includes. So whenever you want to see this detail, you can look at this. Okay, I just put in the help of exception. Now what are the exception we saw? These are like a built-in exception here. Okay, this exception can be handled easily if you know the exception, right? Now in case the programmer want to write their own exception, right? So here, for example, I want to, let's say, ask the user to take the input which should be minimum of 6 character. If some user is giving input less than 6 character, then it should throw the error. So what is the way, like we want to understand now user defined exception. Built-in exceptions are easy to understand. Let's say in case you want to understand the user defined exception, there are the scenarios, like let's say someone is expecting that minimum 6 character to be given as an input, and instead of giving the 6 character, someone has given the 3 character only, and I want you guys to, I'm like the program should raise the exception here. So for that we have a user defined exception. Okay, so let's see how to write a user defined exception. So this is done by object oriented programming. So let us write the class, and it should be like a short input. So you should be writing your own class of exception. Short input is a not a built-in exception. Now short input is just like the exception which you want to write, and it should be inheriting your so you should be creating the subclass of the existing exception class here. And now you should say this is a short input exception, which is for, like, we want, if somebody given the input less than 6 character, you should throw the or raise the exception here. So this is a short input exception. Okay, and we should be writing the class, there's short input exception. So first thing is writing initializing this short input exception class by using the double underscore init, then self. So we have a two thing here. If somebody has given the length, it should be the length of the whatever the data you are taking. So let's say we have length, and we have a minimum expectation list. So minimum, it should be, let's say, 6 character and all. So here you are initializing short input exception expected expression with length and at least Okay. So what should we do now? We should have the two things, length. Okay, I can write length as a length and minimum at least. Okay. So first thing is self dot. Let's say L is equal to GTH. Self dot A is equal to at least. This is what we learned yesterday, right? They are called object variable, object attribute or variables. Right? Now, if okay, print short input exception. Okay, or you can say input length of data is less than expected. Let's say you want to say percentage D less than expected percentage D. This also you can mention actually by measurement input length, right? Self dot. Here what should I write now? Self dot A. Now let us take this class before we proceed further. So just create an object of this, right? Short input. So I'm just having the two parameter length and anything I can give it now, right now, at least whatever you want to say. So input length is 5 of data is less than the expected 6. You can decide what statement you want to write it. This is your choice. So we have done this. Input length is 5. It is less than whatever. So this is what message I want you to print it. Now let us, after creating this class, what is the next step? Use a try block, right? In the try block, you should take some input. Let's say S input, enter. Okay, in this case, raw underscore input is more better, so that I can give the string value also. Enter some data. Now, when should I raise the exception? If length of S less than 6 character, then raise. What should I do now? Short input having the two parameters, that is the length of S comma 6. That's it, and handle it by except block. If you want to add the object, it is your choice. Else you can say enter minimum 6 character. Else print your data is, or your input is %s. I'll just put this one is just comma s. That's fine. So let us test this now. I'm expecting some input. Hi. It's saying input length is 2. It is less than 6. Enter minimum 6 character. Now in this case, if I put 6 character, see what happened. Your input is Surendra here. So this is the way you can write your user defined exception. You can also write this inside the while true, and again you can handle the multiple exception here. The code has to be reindented. Should be the break also. And now in this case, if I enter some data, input length is 2, it is less than 6 character. Now I say hello. I got it. So this way you can create your own user defined exception. I hope you guys are clear now and you're trying also. Yes, so right now this 7 digit is also the input, right? You're right, you can give it, because we are taking the raw underscore input here. We didn't mention that what type of data it should be. So the type of data will not be considered here. Yes, yes, Suchismita. Yeah, Suchismita. I hope you got it. Here we are not mentioned the type of data. Okay. Yeah. So any data is possible here. The only thing is, if the length of the data is less than 6 character, that is what the logic we are written here. It should raise. Raise is like a throw statement, right? Raise the exception, and in case if it is 6 character, then there is no problem. Only less than, so minimum 6 character is expected here. So this is the way you can write your user defined exception in the Python. So we have understand the two things here. One, the first topic was the file handling. The second topic was just to give the idea about what is exception and how to handle the exception. There is one more thing in this case. I want to add the finally statement. You know, it is the same like the other programming language. Finally is a statement which can be used to print always executed. Okay, so whether exception occurs or not occurs, so if there is no exception, this is executed. If there is exception, then because in the loop it is there, so you can see this is executed and not. See, this is the way. So finally block also can be used as per the, not particular this. See, this scenario you may not require, but then some scenario whenever you want to execute some statement, like it should be executed in all the cases whether there is an exception occur or not occur. So that can be done in the finally block. Okay, I hope you guys got the what is exception handling and how to handle the exception here. We have done both the things, that is a built-in exception, and also we saw the example of user defined exception in the Python here. Okay, so now before we start for the next topic, that is the regular expression, which is a very big topic also. Here I'll give the 2 minute break. I'll say 2 to 3 minute break I'll be giving here, and then with a fresh mind we'll start the our next topic as per agenda, that is a regular expression. And regular expression is a very big topic, so here today we'll be finishing the basic concept of regular expression, and we'll see the small case study also with example. And in the tomorrow session we'll have a advanced file handling concept. Today we have taken the basic file handling concept. Tomorrow we'll see the advanced file handling concept, and there is a case study related to advanced file handling along with the regular expression. So that we'll see tomorrow, and some other advanced topic will be taken tomorrow. So today our scope is to understand the basic concept of regular expression after this break. Okay, so if any question you can put it here, and otherwise after the break we'll be starting the new topic here. So we'll resume the session once again. Now, as per the agenda, we'll start the next topic, that is regular expression. I hope you guys are back now. And what we saw, it was just like understanding the file handling concept, and also we tried to achieve some other thing also in the file handling using the Python, some built-in function like enumerate. We also use a list comprehension here. We converted the data list of tuple into dictionary. We could also insert the data in the file at index position, and also we saw like some of the methods connected to the file handling, like a tail methods, a write line method, read line methods, and many more methods which are there, because in the Python everything is object. So let us start the regular expression. I hope you guys are back now. It's a very important topic, and this will be used in the next case study, which is there in the tomorrow's session, which include the advanced file handling along with the regular expression. So let us import RE in the Python. RE means here is a module name for the regular expression. It's written in the C language. The usage of RE now, you can just see dir of RE. You can see what are the methods are there in this module. Just look at it once. It includes the method like compile methods. We'll be using this method actually: compile, search, find all, match, substitution method, split method. So there are some methods for the regular expression. So what this regular expression is all about, I hope some of the guys will be knowing the regular expression concept here in some programming language like in JavaScript, or somewhere like in the Perl scripting, or in the shell scripting. In the shell scripting also, you must have seen the grep, egrep. There also we use a regular expression, right? Yes, that's true. Right. In the regular expression like grep, egrep, there also we write a regex, right? Regular expression is there. So same way in Python, we can write a pattern to search the data, to extract the data. Now let me tell you the one small case study or some scenario how we use a regular expression here, and what this regular expression is all about. The scenario is like this. Let's assume we have a almost 8 to 10 banking files are there. Let's say there are 10 bank files are there. Now each file is having, let's say, 1000 records. So now let's assume there are 10 files and each file has a 1000 records. This record contains account number, email address, and mobile numbers of a customer. I hope you are getting the scenario here. The scenario is like this. We have a 10 files. This 10 file has a, each file has a 1000 record, and this 1000 record, whatever we say, that this contains customer mobile number, email address, and a we can say account number. So if you want to extract mobile number, email address, and account number, and you have some other data also, not necessary that you should have only mobile number, email address, and account number. Other than that, there's a lot of other data available in each files. Now the job is given that you should be extracting this data from the other data also, right? And what time, like let's say this is a scenario, if you want to do it manually, how much time it is going to take here? Can tell me here, like how much time you are going to take if you want to extract this record, like mobile number, email address, and account number from this file and your raw data in the files. So what do you think, how much time it is going to take to extract this and generate the report? The next thing is you should be able to generate the report. And again, in this case, you may have different types of email addresses. You may have different types of email addresses, and you have something like a account number, and let's say account number should be 12 digit or whatever the digit it is there. So that way you want to extract it, right? So what all thing you will do for that? And what will be the time required to extract this data and generate the report here? Is it going to take 1 month, 10 days, 1 week? How much time it is going to take? Yeah, I will talk with some of the participant here to get the idea. Yes, Subha, are you there? I think Subha is not there. I'm just checking some participant here. I can see. Yes, Sangeeta is there. Hello. I think Sangram, I'll just try. Yeah, Sangram, are you there?
Hello?
Yeah, Sangram. So I have just asked this question. I just wanted to know, check actually some participants are online or not, and just have some question. I have just discussed about the case study here. A small scenario is given. I hope you have understood the scenarios.
Yeah, can you please repeat your question, please? Sorry, I missed it.
Right, right. See what I said. Let's say in between, I'm just let's say you have some banking data, right? And in this
Mm-hmm.
banking data, we have let's say almost uh, uh, 10 files are there. Okay, each
Mm-hmm.
file has a 1,000 record.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, means 1,000 lines of code, lines of data is there. And in
Mm-hmm.
that, we want to extract this data, could be anything, it could be raw data. From
Mm-hmm.
that, we want to extract mobile number, email address, and account number only, and generate one report. So this is what the scenario is. So how
Okay.
much time it
From
is
all
going
the
to take
files, right?
from all the files, from all the 10 files?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So how much time it is going to take if one person need to do all these things?
If one person need to, you mean to say if through programmatically or it's
Yeah, if you are doing manually, like by opening the file, whatever way.
yeah, 1,000 line code, someone needs to scan through each and every line
Right.
and then pick up those elements. So someone needs to almost 10,000
Yeah.
lines one needs to
Yeah.
go through.
Right.
And
And
let's say you are picking up five data elements, so it's going to 10,000 into five. So
mhm,
those many scans needs to be done
right. That's true.
through the file.
Right. Yes.
So it will take a significant time if
Yeah.
it is a manual effort.
Yeah. Manual effort, how much, according to you?
It will take for one person, if you say, I will say, yeah, it will take some 3, 4 hours probably.
3 4 hours you'll get the report. The
Yeah,
report.
if I need to manually need to scan each
So
and
there'll
every
be
file.
10,000 records will be there, right?
Okay, so okay, so 1,000 record. If I put it in a spreadsheet kind of thing, it will be much easier for me.
Mm-hmm.
If I just convert it to into a spreadsheet. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
spreadsheet is a tool. Then it's not pure manual.
Mm-hmm. Okay, spreadsheet.
Uh,
But then there are the files, right? It is not
yes.
just saying the raw data. Not necessarily there will be
Okay.
an address only. There will be not necessarily there will be email field there. It is not in the database. Okay,
Mm.
if it is a database, we write a query and we extract it, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
We are talking about the
Okay, so
files
just
here.
a data dump you are saying, right?
It is
Just
just
some flat file.
raw data, yeah, flat file,
Okay, then it will take a lot of time, Surendra.
right? It will be taking around a
Yeah,
one day, right?
yeah. I might not
One
be
day
doing
or
it one day.
2 days. It may take more than that, right? So,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'll get bored and stop the work.
right. So it will be a more boring also. And in that case, let's say if you have a 100 records, sorry, 100 files are there,
Yeah.
then again it will be a tedious task and it will be so now this problem you can solve using the regular expression. Then how much time you think it will take?
If you do a regular expression, then 10,000 record in a file,
Hmm.
in a normal regular expression, it should be just, I mean to say, 5-10 seconds probably, or maybe,
Yeah, if it is a program is available, then it will be a just few second only.
yes.
Right, that's what the difference is, right? So here if the program is already written, then it is a few second, or the query is already there, or because we are going to generate the report also, right? So this is what the power
Right.
of regular expression. I hope the other participant must have listened this conversation.
So the concept is pretty much same, Surendra, right? Like in regular expression in what we have in other language or
Yes,
other programming.
yes, obviously, that's what I'm trying to say. The concept of regular expression, the way it is in the Perl, the way it is in the Ruby or JavaScript, it is the same. The only thing is we have to understand here Python syntax. That's it.
Mhm.
And also we need to understand the next thing is you can say let's say you want to generate the report, then how we can use the Python for that. Okay, so it is more faster in this case.
Okay.
So I'm saying okay, fine. Yeah. I can see Suchi Smita is saying that she is not able to hear me. Yeah, Suchi Smita, can you hear me now? I was okay. You're not able to. I just want to know, like, are you guys facing some issue, error right now? Because I can see some participants, or I can say only the one participant is saying. Okay, so other participant they are able to hear me. Okay, yeah, Suchismita, you need to check at your end in that case. Okay, so let us use a regular expression now. Let's take a scenario as I said. So here I'll be writing my example. The first step is to create a pattern. So I'll be just compiling this pattern here. Okay. So what this pattern is, the pattern could be, I'll be explaining you the some pattern here. So let's say the pattern is A to Z, and we are putting here plus symbol. So this is called pattern. Now what is A to Z? A to Z is something we are saying the alphabet from A to Z is a range here given in the square bracket. So what is the meaning of plus here? The plus is one or more occurrence of preceding regular expression. So using this, we have created the pattern object here, right? Now this pattern object, you can use it for matching the data. So I'll say m equal to p dot match, and you can just try to match your data. Let's say Surendra, and I'm just giving the space here and just say Panpalia. So this is the data I'm trying to match. If match found, I can just say print m. I can write this actually, if m print match found, and you can just print the m dot group here to print the match. Else I'll just say pass. Okay, right now I'll just say pass, or I can just say print match not found. Okay, so just wanted to write here. So right now we are given the string here, m equal to p dot match, and just given the string. Let us see what happened now. So match found, because we are just given the string, and the match found is only Surendra. After that, as there is a space, match has stopped there itself. So we can check from where to where. So we can have the m dot span from where the match found. You can check it, and you can see that the start index position is 0 and end index position is 8 here. This is the way you can see the match. Now in this case, you can look at taking the input from the keyboard. So here I will say, let's take this pattern p is equal to, okay, I will do one thing. I will have one more special of match here. So instead of writing the p dot match and are compiling again and again, I can think about writing the same code in different way now. This can be done in different way also. Here I will say the first thing is a pattern, re dot, and let's take this pattern is equal to raw underscore input, and we want to say enter pattern. So here this pattern will be taken as an input. So there will be two things. One thing is a pattern, and then there is another is a string. So another thing we'll take is a data. So raw underscore input, you can say enter data. Now here we'll say pattern. Another thing is, okay, data, I will say, or I will say the string here, s, capital S here, right? So here we are doing some modification in this particular code. If, then we just say m equal to this I dot match, and if match found, it should print match found, right? So let us do this now. So enter the pattern. Now you can decide what pattern you want. Now here we had done previously A to Z plus was there. Now put a star. Data, let's say the same data we have put. And you can see, okay, yes, the PA double T is there. Yes. Now pattern is A to Z. Maybe the same thing, we'll test it first. Then data, it is getting now, right? Now this was a very simple scenario we have created right now, and here what we are trying, we are just taking the input as a pattern, and we are just giving the data also. So I dot match pattern comma s means we are checking the pattern as well as we are checking the data. If the match found, it is going to say whatever the match you found, and also the start index and the end index. In case match is not found, then let's say you have a pattern which is A to Z, again the same pattern, and trying to give the match which is a number, you can say match not found. This we can put inside the while block also. While true, the entire code can be put inside the while block. And if match found, you can put break statement. So now enter the pattern. You just see what is error in this case. Enter the pattern. We are just given again I'm giving the simple pattern A to Z. Data is I'm just showing the number. Match not found. This is running infinite because now here there is no break condition. So that's something a problem in this particular code right now. This is what we say logical error. So in this such a scenario, we should interrupt this by using the interrupt. Otherwise, this will keep on running and clear your output. So what is the problem here? We should put the break in both the cases here, and also think about entering the data. Why not to try everything here inside this? Just try this, and now let me know. Okay, take the some data now. There's another data that is W plus. Now give the this is the pattern. Now enter data here. Match found. And if match not found, then let's take a slash d here. Enter data. If I get a hello, match not found. Okay, so this is the way we can handle this. Okay, you are getting the name RE not found because you are not import the RE here. So I should be importing RE in the beginning. This I have already mentioned actually in the beginning only. If you remember, this is the way I started RE. You should be in the code, you should be writing this way only. Okay, after importing also you're getting the error. Import RE, you're getting what? Did you initialize RE or somewhere? Just try like RE dot match your return or RE equal to your return. Just check it. Kiran Kumar, I'll just talk to you. Yes, Kiran. Yeah, I'm trying to connect you. Hello.
Hi, are you able to hear me?
Yes, yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, I tried this
Now this code is complete
just a
now.
minute.
The code which I written right now.
I have entered the pattern and after that I have entered a name also,
I have
but
your
it is
same data.
giving me the error. I got like bad character range.
Where character range where? See, what I did is a pattern equal to raw underscore input, enter the pattern. Then while true, we just put a s equal to raw underscore input. Are you using
Let
the
me ping you
2.7 version only
what
or
I was doing. Sorry?
are you using the same version, right? I hope you are using the same version of the Python.
Yeah. You see this?
Import RE, then after that next line pattern equal to raw underscore input, enter pattern. Okay. Small p is there. Are you using the same? I hope. Then s equal to
That is inside double quotes. That doesn't matter, I guess.
yeah, it doesn't matter. That is not a problem.
Yeah.
Enter data in the double
Hmm.
quote is fine. M equal to uh, I hope it is written re dot match pattern comma s. If m, then print match found. Then m dot group and m dot span. Print match not found. So I'm not able to see any kind of error as of now. I don't know the indentation error, but then as a code is there, it is the same, right?
Yeah.
So what is the error you're getting right now? Can you actually show me the error?
Okay.
Is that error or something? What is the error? Because we have to read the error in this case.
Error only. Let me restart the kernel once and
Yeah.
try.
Yes, this is also fine. No, A2029, comma A2Z Rangnath. And then accordingly, you have to give the data also then. Now for alphanumeric, we have slash W. You don't require to write this thing. In the single bracket itself, you can write this 0-9 and comma A2Z in the single bracket. Don't require a two bracket here and not. But if you want to write a shortcut, there's a slash shortcut is also there. That is a slash W. So I'll come to, yeah. So there will be some question in the today session. I know that, and regular expression will be continuing the tomorrow session also. Today we'll try to understand the basic concept only, because regular expression, advanced concept of regular expression, we'll understand tomorrow. So giving you some idea because some guys are I think new to the regular expression here. So some guys are not aware about the shortcut symbol. So I'm just showing you the what are the symbols are there for regular expression. Let us understand some pattern and example also. So to understand the regular expression, so this is what the some concept of regular expression before we proceed. We know about that. I already discussed that regular expression is a powerful tool for searching. So the first line, what you can see in this, I hope many of the guys will be knowing. The first line is a pattern, right? And in that, you can see some special symbols are there, like slash b is there, right? So what is a slash b? What is a to z? What is a square bracket? What is plus? All these things we need to understand. What is the 2 comma 4 means here, right? That is what we have to understand here. Regular expression is a built-in modules in the Python. It is not a built-in in the Python. It's a module actually. Yes, Suchismita. Okay, fine. So it's a module actually. So we have to import the module for that. So RE is a module which is built-in available. So you can import RE and you can look at the. It's a small letter, but so we'll try to understand now what this regular expression pattern include. It includes the symbol like a dot. Dot means matching any character. Okay, this is OR symbol, like having the string like either one foo or bar. We can use a or you can have simple literal also. We can have caret symbol to match. It will check the match in the beginning, like how do you start your a string. So it is going to check at the start of the string by using the caret. We have dollar, which will tell like how the particular string is end. So you are checking here how the string like star.sh has end now, like bash. It will match to the bash, csh, and all these things. The star is means your like a zero or more occurrence of preceding regular expression. So you are going to check whether that particular pattern is having zero occurrence or many occurrence. That we can check it by star. Then plus means matching one or more occurrence of preceding regular expression. Question mark here is like a zero or one occurrence of preceding regular expression. And this curly bracket n means it is going to tell like how many occurrence, right? So you can decide exact number of occurrence here in the curly bracket. So we'll be taking the example of this to understand all this symbol. I'm just quickly giving you some overview like what this regular expression pattern consists of, and specifically those guys who are already work on in the shell scripting, they'll be knowing about this pattern. And we should also very much clear about the difference between the wheel characters and the pattern also. So now here you can see the some special symbols uh, like a curly bracket. You can also specify the range here, right? You can say that how many what type of characters you want to match, the range also, everything we can mention here. So m comma n means it is going to tell that which particular the range, you can say like they're like here, like we are saying in this case either 5 decimal number or 9 decimal number. Here AIO is like we are just saying like these are the characters we are going to match here from the square bracket, any one character. So these are the examples to say like matching the special symbol here. Then we have a if you are seeing the caret inside the square bracket, it means that it is a inverse, means do not match all these character which are there in the square bracket. We also have the group symbol here, like this is a group symbol, last one we can see that is a group symbol. And the star plus this all the symbol we also call as a greedy symbol. If you want to make it as a non-greedy, we can actually use a what is greedy symbol? Greedy means number of times you can have multiple occurrences, so you can decide how many occurrences also. So this will be using in the example. The group symbol is like a group of character here, we can say group symbol here. Then we have a shortcut or notation for instead of writing the decimal number like 0-9, we can simply write a slash d here. Instead of writing the alphanumeric character A to Z and also 0 to 9 combined together and capital letter also, we have a shortcut like /w available. For a white space character like a /n/t/r, we have a small slashes which is for the matching the white space character. One more thing, for everything notation what we are seeing like now, like a shortcut notation like /d, we also have inverse for that. So let's say if you want to match decimal number, we say 0 to 9, but if you do not want to match, then we have /D. Similarly, for the alphanumeric character, small /w is for the matching the alphanumeric character here, whereas if you do not want to match alphanumeric character, we have a capital /w. Similarly, if you do not want to match white space character, then we have a capital S. In case if you want to match boundary character, we have a small /b, and if you do not want to match, again it is a capital B. So these are the symbols or notation which we use as a shortcut notation for writing the pattern, right? And other pattern like /nn/c, we don't use it. Also, in a very rare case we use it, just to give the idea like what are the special characters or notations are there. I have just shown these slides here, and there are a lot of examples which can be taken actually for the to understand all this notation, because writing the pattern itself is a skill. One can think about writing the complex pattern to extract the data from the huge amount of data, okay, you want and generate the report. The pattern can be used. So some of the example, if you want to see it like and we'll be taking practical also, like if you want to match here 15 digit credit card number, so or a 16 digit, you are not sure like whether the 15 digit or 16 digit, or you want to match both the types of cards which are having 15 or 16, you can just mention 0-9, and in the curly bracket you can say that 15 comma 16. So this is one example. Like that I can show you a lot of example. Like in this case there is an American telephone number. Let's say it has a 800-555-1212, this kind of number is there. So this number if you want to match, then how to write a pattern for that. So this is an example where we have mentioned like /d of 3 dash /d of 3 in the curly bracket. So we know the first three digit, then another 3 digit, then we have another 4 digit. Similarly, if you have generic email address, if you want to write it, we have a /w plus @/w plus /.com. So this is a example of email address pattern. So this was one of the example, but yes, there could be a lot of patterns and examples which you can understand here. After that, yeah, there are some example. We have regular expression models, and we have discussed like regular expression has a some method like compile methods, match method, search method, and we'll be tomorrow in the our tomorrow session we'll be discussing or we'll be actually having some good example of regular expression here. Today I just wanted to start this as a quick start for the regular expression, and maybe some repetition we may require to do it in tomorrow session, because I can see some of the guys are uh, not able to attend the today's session, right? So anyhow, so I just given some quick idea. I think we'll continue this regular expression in the tomorrow with some good example, right? So this was just to give the quick idea. Maybe you can try some pattern based on the input which I given to you, and just try to let's say you have pattern for alphanumeric. You can think about /w and think about some alphanumeric number, and you can see how the match occur. The pattern is very important because I put only /w, it has matched only one character. So it is very important that you should write a how many occurrence. So you should mention here how many occurrence after /w. So if I say /w and I say the 5 occurrence, okay, now you feel write whatever you write it, you can see it is going to match only 5 characters. So this way we can decide the variety of the pattern in the regular expression. I hope you guys understood some basic concept, but then yes, we will require to continue this in the tomorrow session. with a fresh mind, and we should be concluding for the today's session here.